Hi, Miss Boop. Hi, Jilly, if you're still in here. I am streaming from outside, so you guys will have to let me know how terrible it is. Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I might not be able to have like people on panel, but like as long as you guys can hear me, like I don't have to hear you. So the only thing that's going to keep me from hearing anyone else is the noise around me, but like I don't have to hear you. So I just got to read you. Hi, sweet pea. How are you? Good, 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 good. Love to hear that. Hi, Chili. Hi, guys. Thanks again for being here. We'll wait like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I'll chit chat with you. Um, and then we will get into like an hour of a Q&A where you guys can ask me anything you want to. I think that's going to be really fun. I set that goal yesterday because it was the Jessica Kent video. And I really thought like people might actually come in and want to talk and, be on panel and have an open panel. You know what I mean? And it just didn't work out that way exactly. But I had a great time with Mandy. I had a great time with you. I had a great live stream. I still can't believe we hit that goal. You guys are amazing. Hi, Emily. How are you? You beautiful bitch, you. Hi, Debbie. What's up, sis? You were so tired last night. You know what? I have to watch your stream, Jilly. I don't know anyone who can drop your link right now that's in chat. But please remind them, Jilly, to drop your channel link. And I can't go onto YouTube and make you a mod. I need to do that. I will have to remember to do that. So you can drop links for us too. Miss the Boop is definitely the welcoming committee manager. So she doesn't drop links and stuff. Hi, Miss Terry Lynn. Would you mind dropping Jilly's channel link whenever you get an opportunity? She did a video about like the full moon this weekend, and I'm real into that stuff. I can't wait to watch it. I've just been outside pretty much all day. I did do some work today. I did some like highlight shorts that did totally crappy, and that so sucks. But like I tried, I figured, if I do live streams, maybe I should do some little highlight shorts, and it just didn't work out very well. That no one watched them. So that was like irrelevant and stupid. But yeah, I worked on a bunch of stuff like that. And then I came outside and I've been out here ever since. Hi, Heather. How are you? Hi, Miss Nina. Miss Susan. Hi. Thank you, Miss Terry Lynn. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button for me, ladies and gents. I would really appreciate it. It helps get me into the algorithm. And hopefully, Miss Jessica will leave my stream alone tonight because that's what she's doing. She is obviously reporting my videos, and they're going to limited to no ads. So it sucks to have a stream that did so well in the last 24 hours, you know what I'm saying, and not be able to get AdSense from it. So I think the fact that, so many of you donated yesterday, I just think that was the biggest, best slap in the face. Like, yeah, you might take away her monetization, in the most important 24 hours of the video, but like we looked out for her, biatch. Just want to make sure I don't forget anybody because I'm a little behind. It really was, you guys. It was an amazing live. I love that Nicole came in. Which I think is really cool because anytime I do or I have done a stream about Jessica, I always, the way that I contact her, I always send her the link. Well, maybe now that her and Sorrows is not together, maybe now she feels a little more comfortable saying it. So, you know what? Thank you, Susan. Replay gang. We love that. We love that. We missed you. We definitely did. But like, thank you for being part of the replay gang. Because I think the biggest thing is, guys, is she's going to do anything and everything to keep my video from doing well in the algorithm. And when you're on limited to no ads, just know too, YouTube is not pushing your video because you're not making money for them. Oh my gosh, someone riding through here on like a little moped. I do not think that's a motorcycle, but he's playing house music. You guys are going to hear it in a minute. Dude, I have not listened to house music. Time for the percolate. It's time for the percolate. It's time for the percolate. I'm just here dancing in the chair, dancing in my little bench. That's the best part about filming outside, honey. Oh, I'm packing for a float trip with the family. I love that, Heather. Oh my God, I love that. I'm so happy to hear that you're going on like a vacation because, yeah, summer is almost over. And I'm so sad about that because, like, all that means is another winter in Chicago. I have so much, like, on my plate, like, just so much. And I tried to sit down and film a video for you guys today. And it has become one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I don't ever want to force my content. I don't want my content to ever be difficult for me. I don't ever want to have to take, 10 takes to get like a decent 10-minute, 10 minutes of fucking filming, like I can't live like that. And I know what's holding me back. It's the reality of my life. I wish I could read the chat and interact more, but I'm blind and using voiceover with a live stream as a bitch and a half. Emily, that is so cool. No, I'm not getting storms here, Susan. She's such a hater. I know. I know. Just let me be with my little channel, my little 3,000 subscriber channel. Like, dude, a video that does good for me with Jessica is like a 2,000 views. You know what I'm saying? But if I get demonetized from jump, the first 24 hours, the first 2 hours is the most important for any video. And once it's flagged enough, it's gonna be demonetized because they're not gonna want to put ads on something that people are reporting for bullying. You know what I mean? And I do not have a problem with my stuff being demonetized once the live stream goes live. You know what I'm saying? So I know she's doing something. The same reason all of a sudden I have my first short wants to be limited ads. It's like, no, 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 Jessica, you're playing with my stuff. And you guys, I heard her today say that she'd let him come over, even though he was ABUSIVE, even though he was that, she let him come over so he wouldn't strike her videos. You know what? I wish that a man put his motherfucking hands on me. Oh, this guy wants to be a show off. Now I see what we're doing. She is so pathetic. I do too. I do too, Miss Boot, but fall is still like winter's coming. I lost my damn lighter. How did that happen? And I know where I have another one. This guy is like clearly coming up by the Eagle to show off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry that you guys keep hearing his music and his bike. No one's paying him any attention, but he just like has to keep coming up here. So that's apparently a thing. Yeah, winters here suck so bad, dude. Winters here are terrible. Having my first winter last year, oh, it was so bad. I would give anything to have a Florida winter and a Chicago summer. Because, see, it's not that hot for me out here. Today it was 95, so it was hot for me. Like, I hated even moving. I hated even putting on my tank top and shorts. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wore today. And I'm still just like, oh my God, I cannot believe I had to put clothes on. Because at the house, I just wear like a little nightie. You know what I'm saying? And I know that seems so inappropriate, but you guys, there's no AC in the house, and you cannot sit in that motherfucking house with clothes on. You cannot. I don't know why they don't have central AC. I don't get it. There's the people who have the bedrooms, which is everybody except for me and Pookie. They have an air conditioning unit in their window. No, not us. We gotta sit in the sweltering fucking hot. I love a fall day. It's still warm, but just need a sweatshirt. That is it. Oh, you're in Michigan, sweet pea. I didn't know that. Another Michigan girl. I love my Michigan girls. Where is Brooke, by the way? One weekend in the winter. Yeah, never again. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I took a look out the window at the snow. Yeah. Yeah, it is miserable to be so hot. And then to not have any AC, like you have to lay there in your own sweat and be grateful that like the wind is making you cool off because it's like you're wet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, I'm taking 2 showers a day. But at least you got them in the windows in like the main rooms. We live in the living room, dude. We don't have anything in the main rooms. You know, it's like everyone just put them in their window and they don't give a fuck about the rest of the house. Oh, Jilly, it's really hard. Oh, October is the best month in West Virginia. God, the dispensaries. Oh, too bad I wasn't there till October, huh, Debbie? Yeah, it's really hard to sleep without it. And I'm noticing that I'm sleeping more than I normally would. And I think it's just because I'm just miserably hot. And it's just like, I don't know. What else do you do when you're miserably hot? You sleep. You know what I mean? Oh no, someone pulled up by me and now they want to play their music. That's how I grew up. Yeah, you should have been there too. Tisk tisk. Where was I supposed to be? What did I miss? Oh, I know. In West Virginia. I know. But you guys, can I just tell you though that the fact that they have a landline, the fact that they obviously know where I was, the idea of Mr. Debbie, actually Boxy, I don't have to say his real name, Boxy, that's his nickname, Boxy, getting something in the mail, getting a phone call while I'm in the next room and it's telling them that I'm trying to KILL them and take their money and shit. No way, dude. No way. No way. Like, I cannot take that risk. I cannot get myself in a situation where, like, I'm in someone's house and they're getting phone calls from people about me KILLing them. No, nobody should have to go through that. Nobody at all. No, I'm just saying, when they know where she lives, like, I have to think ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the things they've done, Terry Lynn. Like, why wouldn't they do something like that? They already said I was taking advantage of someone on hospice and, you know what I'm saying, trying to take her money in her house and shit. And even though that isn't her husband that they posted, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to find her husband. And yeah, she's the only person I know with a fucking landline. I'm not willing to be in her home if Boxy answers that phone and someone is on the other line saying some crazy ass shit. That thought terrifies me, you guys. And I just don't want to be in a situation like that. I cannot have Boxy, one of the sweetest dudes ever, letting me even come there. Let's be for real. Like, how cool of a husband are you? Sorry, I'm not looking at chat, guys. How cool of a husband are you that your wife wants to help her friend out from fucking YouTube and you let this girl come living in your house? And you know what I'm saying? Already they had some suspicious friends that were making up some crazy ass shit. And then on top of that, these people know where I'm at. And how else am I supposed to feel when Hoggett says, but she just bought a chair? I did just buy a chair. I ended up returning that motherfucker right away, but I had bought one. How the fuck did they know that? And it's only because I did not change my fucking shit on Amazon. And I know that Tracy has been utilizing, in my humble opinion, allegedly my motherfucking conspiracy, using the pigs to torture me. And I'm just not going to let her torture me all over the fucking world. The pig is preoccupied. He's not worried about me. She can't use him when he's not thinking about me. If anyone wants to torture me, they can come torture me. I am posted up in the same place every day. There's no reason to mess with where I'm living and try to find me where I'm at and, pass along my address to people and stuff. No, 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 no. Yeah, the living dead girl, right? Very that. I mean, really though, like Debbie kind of broke up with one of her greatest friends just because she allowed me to come stay there and her friend wanted to be on some big bullshit. Talking shit to Boxy and telling him shit that makes no motherfucking sense and she don't know nothing about me. And Debbie's like, no, you ain't gonna sit there and lie on people like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta break up with people because they do too damn much. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of really what it is. Do you guys hear that music real bad? Let me know because I know that I'm yelling. I know you can hear me. I just want to know if yous are irritated by the background. Tina, so creepy. I'm over it. And I'm so confident that, oh, and here comes Pookie. He knows to stay away from me. Hold on, let me mute. He has to tell me something. You know what? I totally get that, Terry Lynn. I really do. You're still too close to me. Hold on one second. I have to make a transactional purchase. Here, I'll take that. And then I'll give you, right? It's so nice out. My brother-in-law had to come get some cigarettes. So, and I can't get Pookie to stay away from me. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sorry, Terry Lynn. I really I get that. I really do get your point on that. But there is something, man, here, please, please, please. Because this is rude. It's rude for me. I have a live stream that I'm doing. Okay. Oh, that's good. Good. Because your music is too loud and you're too close. Hold on, guys. Sweet pea, that is so crazy because that is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, dude, the shit that came out of Debbie's friend's mouth to her husband is shit that offends me for Debbie. Is shit that like, how dare you say that about my friend Debbie? That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't be putting up with people's bullshit when it comes to that. But Terry Lynn, I totally see what you're saying. And honestly, dude, I feel safest with my family. There's no senior citizens, and I hate to say that. But you know what? Like, Boxy just ain't the one, dude. He, I don't think, is in the right space in life to be having a stranger living with him that could possibly be trying to KILL him. Like, dude, no, 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 no. The people that won't be affected are the people here in Chicago. And I know that makes so much sense. Like, the farther you are away from these motherfuckers, the better. But I don't feel safe. I don't. I don't. And you guys, I still haven't talked to Pookie about any of it. And then I'm trying to understand. She is a total fucking sweetheart. No, how dare she say what she said about you? Because see, that's the thing. It's not even that she said anything crazy, like called you no bitch or nothing, right? But like, Debbie, you're too fucking cool to have to pay for fucking friends, dude. Like I'm fucking Cleo or something. Like you get like I charge people per minute to fucking talk to me. Like what the fuck is so special about me that I can ask people to pay me to speak to me? I speak to people all the fucking time, dude. I don't get paid by them. How you gonna say that about my cool ass friend anyway? Why does my cool ass friend gotta fucking pay people to talk to her? The fuck? Debbie's too goddamn cool to need to have to pay people. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And yeah, I just don't think Boxy is at like a place in his life where he's like in any way, shape, or form with the patience to deal with anything internet drama related. I got called ridiculous. Oh, Cherokee and Irish, I got called ridiculous names. That's terrible. That's terrible. Gosh. Yes, that is so sweet of her. And so sweet of Boxy, really. And he, like I said, is just too nice of a dude. He already, like, he kind of bugged up, you guys. He kind of bugged up when this friend said these things about me. He kind of bugged up. And he probably, even till the day I left, as nice as he knew I was and as much as we spoke to each other, he probably to this day still has a little bit in his mind. Damn, did this girl ever come here with bad intentions? And we got along great. He was always kind to me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like they're just amazing people. And I don't want them in the middle of YouTube drama. Like that shit affected my family, you guys. Like, no. And honestly, dude, if I could have came home and went to my own apartment, I would have and just really did my very, very best, which I will anyway, to keep my where I'm located, on the DL as much as I possibly fucking can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to show the inside of the apartment or nothing. But like I just I have to be around people who got the stomach for the shit. Like think about if I was living with my sister and they did all that stuff they did with the baby and my brother-in-law. Like I know I always talk about what they did to the baby, but and I'm sure you guys can recognize that and why. But like at the same time, like no, like what you did to my brother-in-law is terrible. That shit's unforgivable. And I'm not gonna let Tracy use him to torture me while she goes off and acts like she's not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what's happening. Narcissists will be narcissists, and that's just what it is. And motherfuckers are just gonna have to fucking deal with it the right way, or just like not deal with it all and move on with their fucking lives. Come fucking do something or shut the fuck up. It's so goddamn simple. So simple. Yeah, no, Debbie, she's gangster as fuck. She don't give a fuck. Like you guys, she's one of my besties for a fucking reason. She's me when I'm her age, okay? Like that's just what it is. We are the same fucking human. It's really fucking crazy, okay? We're so different in age, but we are the same human. I don't worry about Debbie. No, I worry about Boxy. For real, for real, for real. Okay, you guys, I want to give you guys an opportunity to start asking me some questions. Trailing down a hill. Exactly. We're the same human. The only way to be. Very that, Miss Susan. Very that. Like, dude, Debbie rolling down the hill with me. Do you know that I asked her to do it? Do you think I expected her to say, yeah, of course? There wasn't, dude. And then I'm like, do you want to go first, bitch? She's like, yeah, I'll go first. And I'm just like, see, you're gangster. You're gangster. This is why we're friends. You just don't give no fucks. She cheated like a mofo, and only Terry Lynn was the one to call her out. I'm like, why more people ain't talking about her cheating the way she did? I know, right? Terry Lynn, can you believe it? I think she looks great. I think she looks absolutely great. And not even to be like, I don't want to sound rude at all, please, but like Boxy is just an old man who is just like crabby almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a little crabby in his old age. And I would hate to have anything happen where Debbie has to defend me to him and I'm in the house listening to it and then I'm trying to defend myself and I sound crazy. Like that really brings anxiety to my life. The thought of that. Like I couldn't get out of there fast enough once I realized that these motherfuckers knew where I lived because no one is going to locate me so fast. And then to find out that like my Amazon wasn't locked down and like, dude, we know she has my computer. So it's just like it is what it is. Oh yeah, Debbie's so awesome. But you know what though, Julie? I knew you and Debbie were gonna, Summer, I missed the beginning, so if this was discussed, I apologize. But are you planning on going back to Florida to be with your kids? No judgment, obviously. I was just okay. Yeah, absolutely. I was actually just talking to my sister, and I told her like it makes me so sad because at this point I gotta find an apartment ASAP. There is no more living with Mama. There's no more any of us living with Mama. Mama's giving us all the fucking boot. Okay. Like, there's not any of us who are favored in this situation. Mama's done. I just came in at the tail end of some fucking fuck shit. That's really what it is. And obviously, we're not going to be in the street. She's not going to kick us in the street. But like, I got to figure something out here. I'm so sad that I can't even think of when I could see my son again. When he's 16, 17, I mean, he barely just turned 13. I don't want him to go on a plane by himself. And then his older brother, who he could totally just come here with, my oldest son don't want to come back home. All of his friends from back home fucking go to Florida to see him. He just had a 2-week vacation with two of his besties from right here. So it's like, I don't know when that's going to happen. Yeah, you ever coming back south? I know because you know what? When I went to West Virginia, you guys, I just really also realized that I need the city. As bad as my mental health has been in the last year, I recognize that, there's been one too many hospital visits and medicine changes and not taking medicine, getting back on medicine, all the things, right? Like all of that has really taken a toll on me. And I need Chicago. I need to be able to walk out the door and see a million people. I need to be around chaos sometimes. I need people to get on my nerves. When you live with two people you absolutely adore in the country, and there's nowhere to go except for the bed, like it's just not good for me. Me going to Florida, I can't do it anymore because I'm not going to be any happier than I ever was. You know what I mean? Help with the apartment. Yes, he's certainly going to try. Yep, yep, yep. Absolutely. We got to wait on some things with him, and it's just not something I think I'm ready to talk about. I don't think his diagnosis and stuff is anything that he is, worried about me talking about. I'm not ready to talk about it because I just don't want my friends like worrying about my mental and shit because of the things. You know what I'm saying? So we're waiting to see what comes up, and hopefully, he'll be able to do something for an income. And, it's hard. It's really hard right now. But no, Florida is not an option because I'm not going to go back there just to be miserable 5 days a week and be lucky to see even my youngest child 2 days of the weekend. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could tell by Jilly's accent. She's by the Boston. I love alone. Would I ever come to Boston? I would love to come to Boston. I want to go in Jilly Bean's basement. I just want to look at all of her cards, her tarot cards. And you know what? And Emily, you can come too. A nice relationship with your sister, I think would be so beneficial. Oh, thank you, Summer. My oldest son is in the process of moving into his own 1 bedroom. Matter of fact, I think it's a studio, guys. He's moving into a studio. He's turning 25 this year, and I think just a little bit early. He is very much on like this savings journey. I don't know anything about that life. I was a single mom my whole life, right? Like, I don't know anything about saving money, but he just got on this like savings kick, and he realized that, yeah, I can afford a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, but like, don't mean I should. So he is completely downsizing. There would be nowhere for me to stay. Um, I do think that it would be so beneficial for me to go there before I move into an apartment. But think about just a Greyhound ticket going to Florida and back, even if I stayed there for a week and slept on his floor. He would have no problem with that. But like that's money that I should be putting towards an apartment. I'm living off of ramen noodles. I bought really my cheap cigarettes. I brought them with me from West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just doing everything I can to just try to not run out of money and hopefully save something. Because yeah, like it's not gonna be like before winter. We really need to get out of mama's apartment. I need to do that anyway because there's nowhere again for me to do nails. There's nowhere for me to put my nail stuff up. Yeah, and he's been doing this 2 bedroom, 2 bath ever since I moved here last year. He didn't get a new roommate or nothing, and it's really weighing on him. You know what I'm saying? I should do a virtual tour. That would be such a good video. Now, Terry Lynn, in Canada, where you're at, is it country living or are you in the city? Because, like, off the top of my dome, like, I wouldn't remember if you're in Ontario or, like, like what you've said. I can remember when people tell me what states they're from sometimes, but with yous in Canada and overseas and stuff, like, I just don't remember. But is it city or is it country? And I realize that country just makes me turn into a big old blob. I don't want to do anything as a temporary fix. I don't know, Jilly Beans. I am going on Tuesday. We're going to a few places, and I'm not selling my press on nails yet, Emily. I'm waiting until I can get situated somewhere where I can actually make them and not feel like I'm, taking over someone's kitchen and all the things. Um, But yeah, it's very expensive where I live, Miss Marcy. I looked even in Waukegan, even in the suburbs, a studio's almost $1,000. But if Pookie and I both have our income, it would definitely be doable. It's just getting things situated. Yeah, there are some pretty specific details that the YouTubes don't know at the moment, and I'm certainly going to tell you one day. I just have to once I talk about it, I have to deal with it, right? So let's just say that. But he could definitely qualify for some help from the government, and it's about time he get it because like he needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't lift things anymore. He can't do a lot of things. And it's not just like a backache like we thought it was, unfortunately. It's not his back at all. So, he's on medication daily, and yes, he qualifies for assistance. And if he can get that assistance, man, like it could really benefit us. The problem is it's a 6 to 8 months, process for them to even put that paperwork through. Like, am I worried that he wouldn't be able to qualify for, assistance? No, I don't worry about that at all. I know he'll qualify. In fact, I know he qualifies. It doesn't take away the 6 to 8 month process, though. It's so tough. And I both worked very hard, but still struggle at times. My mom has said for many years, Summer, and remember, I was a single mom. So, like, my mom has said for many, many years, if you are not a household of where you are both working, if you have to, right? Like, if you have to, I know there's mothers who are at home, but like without a two-person, two-income household, it's really hard for people to live anymore. And my mom said that for years. It's so hard. Oh no, he's already applied. Yep, that was part of the deal before I even came back here. Boy, you better get over there and get out your shit. My mortgage since 2015. Expedite him on the housing due to medical reasons. I don't know. I don't know. Do we need to make another appointment to go talk to these people? Because obviously it's only the beginning stages. Oh, thank goodness, Miss Boop. I love that for you. I know some people who have their houses paid off, and I just love that for them. I can't even imagine. It's not a world made for single people. No, because you know what, guys? I don't make terrible money. My monthly income is not terrible. I would get a job if it was terrible. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I don't want to get a job here and then move to fucking Waukegan. But then maybe I should go work at McDonald's for a month or two. I don't know. I just don't know. Check into this. Yes, I can bump you up. Okay, I will. Oh, you're in Jersey. Okay, we love my Jersey girls over here too. I need a second job. Yes, isn't that crazy? And you and your husband both work, Summer. That's crazy. So, yeah, I'm having a really hard time all around. And I'm also dealing with a man who really, really, really wants to do the right things in life and wants to be the man that I need him to be. And then I have a man that is incapable of those things. So it's like I'm struggling with, a relationship. What am I doing? Am I leaving without him? What am I doing? And I have to make a decision. Yes, he's done so much, to make changes, and I love that, and I'm so proud of him. Like, I didn't think he'd be able to make any changes, to be honest. And I also realized while being in West Virginia how much I fucking love this guy. I've never loved anyone like him, and I know what we have is special. And I know now that that I've been back home with him for the last week or so, We are perfectly capable of having a relationship that isn't toxic where we're arguing. We haven't argued since I've been home. And like that was a really bad phase in our relationship, but like that's not a big part of my relationship either. So it's like there everything, all the circumstances are so different. But at the same time, it's like, no, I kind of deserve the world. I'm kind of a really good fucking girlfriend. I'm a really good person. Like I handle myself properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I should be, That is so true, Summer. I could have all the Coca-Cola I want. You know what? I know I could get a job at McDonald's. I just haven't worked in so many years. I just don't know if I could stand on my feet all day. I really don't. And then I say to myself, if I'm going to get a job in Chicago, why wouldn't I try to get a maybe not corporate job, but why wouldn't I try to get a desk job where I can make 20 bucks an hour? And even if it's being a receptionist or being customer service, like I have experience with all of those things. So I just don't know. And I know I could take public transportation, but then I got to worry about the clothes. You guys, I have nowhere to put my things. The same way I left West Virginia with my 4 bags. My 4 bags are still packed. It's bad. It's bad. And I am having a really hard time. I really have to figure out some things, you guys. I really fucking do, man. I know it is hard without that second one though. Have a great night, Susan. Oh my god, their own Coke is the best. I am chilly, and that's how I feel. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool if I could learn how to read cards. You know what? I could do the taco place. I could definitely, but I don't know if I could speak enough Spanish for fluent customers. So you got to think about that too, Mercy. Yeah, Heather, I'm about to be 45 years old. Like my body isn't made the way it was used to. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I never worked a job in fast food since I was 15, 14. So it's like, should I get on Indeed? Like, do people hire me after not working for 15 years? Because I can do anything. I could be secretary, customer service, collections. I could do any of it. Because think about it, when you're doing accounting for 15 years, you do all that other stuff too, you know? I could go be a secretary somewhere downtown and make fucking 20 bucks an hour. Even if that shit was part time, just like filling in for someone. Like, what is that called? Like when someone goes on pregnancy leave and they just like use an agency, like a contract? Is that like a contractual employee? Like, I could be like a contractual employee if that's even a word. I did not go to college. Do not judge me. Oh my God, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. Jilly, that would be so fun. But yeah, like other than that, it's just everything in life is just up in the air. And you guys, that's really hard for me. And I think I'm spending so much time outside because this is the place where you can go and lose yourself. You know, I got music in my ear. I got 20 different conversations in my ear. I'm watching nail YouTube because that's all I watch is nail YouTube if I'm outside. Because if I'm outside, I can't sit and watch like a Pinot live stream. I can't do it. I just can't. I need to hear every fucking word everybody is saying. Okay. So out here, I get to just like forget about everything and I gotta quit doing that. But I can get in a really bad habit of doing that. Emily, I'm 30 and traumatized with it. Oh my gosh, Emily. I'm sorry to hear that. I am really sorry to hear that. And you know what? I didn't think I'd ever find love again. Okay. So for me to be almost 45 this year and to really, truly love a man and just know that whether or not we're supposed to be together, like we got something special and we really, really love each other. You know what I'm saying? That is not something I want to just throw away. You know, if it was a situation where like my life was in danger or it was just super toxic or, you know, he was a narcissist or any of the things, right? Like I would like to think, right? It would be very cut or dry, very, I'm out of here, fuck you. But it's kind of like, I feel like I'm married to him and I have to try. And as long as I make sure that I keep boundaries intact and say like, okay, this is going to be the time frame. I also am very nervous about having to go get an apartment by myself. For a fact, if I go to Waukegan by myself or end up by myself, okay, who cares if I go there by myself? If I end up by myself, I will be paying $1,000+ in rent. I'm going to have to find a way to get a gig right in town where I can take the public transportations. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't have a car or nothing. But yeah, if I'm doing it all alone, I'm going to have to get another job unless I can get YouTube to pick up. And I guarantee you guys, without a laptop, I'm not doing much of shit on YouTube. And I can't worry about a laptop when I have to worry about a fucking apartment. You know, that's first month, last month. Like I don't even know I don't even know where to start. I don't. Except for help from the community. And yeah, like I said, we're going to a few places on Tuesday, so wish me luck, guys. I love how you guys show so much love in the chat, like when people need it. I used to always say purple hearts in the chat for, and I just like don't even need to do that anymore. It's almost news and you don't even need that. I'm so glad you guys are here with me tonight. Oh, thank you, Emily. Emily, if anyone can listen to my videos, dude, and just see that you can lose, you can win, you can be on top and you can be on bottom. But like no matter what, only you can let people, you know what I'm saying, run you crazy. And like I'm just not letting people do that no more and I can't. Not in my real life, not on YouTube. Why is my mother addicted to Jessica, by the way? My mom's like, I watched your live stream on Jessica last night. It was so good. That girl Mandy up there had such good things to say. She really just knew what she was talking about. I'm like, oh, mom, come on. You've been watching the Jessica saga. Per diem, what does that mean? Are streams your favorite kind of videos or me talking about my life? Or just when we're talking about good stuff in general, right? Like just good vibes, period. But yeah, I've definitely considered going to hang with my oldest for about a week, you know, just not to stay too long and like be all up in his hair and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, he's transitioned into the studio and I really haven't talked to him much since he moved. But yeah, like I'm sure the idea of me sleeping on his floor and shit for a week is not ideal for him moving into somewhere new anyway. But yeah, like I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel bad if I use money to go to Florida and back. Not to mention the money I'm gonna spend while I'm there, right? Like I have to take care of myself. I'm not gonna go there and have my son take care of me. You know, I take care of myself wherever I go. I may not be paying a lot of rent at mama's house, but she don't feed me. She don't got to do nothing for me or Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Me and Pookie make sure that we don't need mama for nothing. But we are laying up in her motherfucking living room every day, okay? So that's still a thing. And can you guys believe, real talk, Pookie came outside today in 95-degree weather with a damn sweatsuit on? I'm like, dude, you are crazy. And the reality is black people get hot differently. They sweat differently, they get hot differently, and it's just like I don't know how you could wear all them clothes. I really just don't. How are you wearing all that? Because I could not wait to get a tank top on and throw on some shorts. Could not fucking wait. Aw, good. Oh, Emily, I love that. Because, yeah, I'm sure it's hard, right? When you're blind, you have to depend on the device. Oh, I love that. See, I love a good intimate chat. I really do. A good intimate chat is everything for a kickback stream or a Q&A stream or whatever we're going to call it. This is a fucking OG Tira kickback stream. But yeah, when we talk about like the Jessicas and stuff, the chat could be a lot busier. So that's so cool, Emily. I'm glad you came tonight for sure. I love that for you. Gosh, I love that. That has to go up on the screen. That's just cute. If you guys did not hit that like button, please hit that like button, dislike, whatever it is you feel like doing. Either way, it helps me out. I'm just here to remind you. And I know, even as a hater, you just have to press that dislike button, but it helps me. And thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Coca Cola break. Summer dresses and nightgowns. Dude, if I owned any summer dresses, if I was a summer dress girl, I'd live in them too. I've never been a dress girl ever in my life. I've always been, tight jeans, high heels, graphic tee, fucking big old hoops. My hair's cute, a little bit of makeup on, you know what I'm saying? When I used to wear makeup, you guys, I didn't even know how to do makeup yet. I didn't learn how to do makeup until I stopped wearing makeup and going out. I didn't even go out anymore once I learned how to do makeup. And do you know that Pookie didn't even know I could do makeup? I said, Pookie, makeup is my first love. I didn't tell you that. Like, yes, dude, I can do makeup too. His sister's beautiful and she be getting girls to do her makeup. I if she didn't live so far, I know she would let me do it. But I'm dying to do her makeup. Oh, I am dying to do her makeup because I know I was dude, and she likes loud fucking makeup. And you guys know, loud nails, loud makeup, that's definitely my favorite. Hold on, I don't know where I put my glasses. Give me a second. Thank you, Miss Terry. I know. Oh, I don't even have mine anymore, Jilly. I don't even gotta look at them. I sold all mine on Mercari. I had some badass fucking heels, dude. Badass heels. Oh man, the money I would spend on heels are money that I would never spend on sneakers. I'll tell you that. The makeup stash. Yes, I only have a full face of makeup right now because of Debbie. She's an Ipsy queen. Debbie is our little Ipsy queen. But yeah, I have a full face of makeup now because Debbie sent me home with some. She has a makeup stash. I did a short. Some of you guys might have seen it. I did a short when I was like organizing her stuff and then going through and like showing her shit that like, okay, Debbie, you ain't gonna use this. Like girl, you ain't using no eyebrow pencil. And then like just stuff like, oh, can I have this? Because you have this. So yeah, when I help myself to people's stuff, I need a good reason as to why I want that. So that's what I did with that. I just organized her stuff and yeah, she had enough makeup that I have like a full face of makeup if I need it. We were supposed to go out for his birthday and we just never did. We haven't been out. Well, really because of me. It's all because of me. We just really haven't left the neighborhood. I want to be at the park and I just want to be outside. I want to be in the sun. I want to be around people, even though people get on my nerves. I have to find my glasses, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, you know what, Marcy? I can't put a membership for you, though. I would love to be able to do that for you. I wish I could give away memberships, but I can't do it without a laptop. I think I'm going to have to do my next kickback stream at the library. And I don't even know if that's a thing, or at least start it in the library. I'm going to have to because I have to give away August memberships. I didn't give away July memberships. And you get to give away 10 a month. There's a lot of you who are not able to be a member, and you really, this is how they pick it, like based on how, like the comments and shit that you leave for people. You end up getting memberships based on, like your activity on the channel. So, yeah, a lot of you need to get you a good membership, a good membership, a free membership. That's what I was trying to freaking say. Oh, Braylon, I new laptop. That's what my sister and brother-in-law me for YouTube, 4 or 5 years ago. And I used it for years until it gave out on me in Alabama. And then I had the one, obviously, that I left Alabama with, and it was stolen. So, but my thing is, I would hate to even purchase a new one, even for just a couple $100. And then all of a sudden, what, mama bugs up and I'm like living out on the monument. I don't mean that. Like, I know that's not going to happen, but like, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do first. Like, oh, you could definitely make better money if you could do reactionary content on a live stream. Fuck yeah. Have open panels, which, by the way, Jessica part 2 is on Monday night. Having, maybe I did put the time. I think it's 7:30 p.m. Central because I don't want it to be too late during the week. But yeah, part 2 is on Monday and it's going to be open panel again. I'm hoping that the Reddits is, at least like talking about people's live streams, and maybe that'll help to, run some views to the video since it was basically demonetized. And I love you for it, Miss Boop. Sorry, I had to cough. All right, guys, it has been a little shy of an hour, but I am going to run and get a pizza puff because I'm about really sick of fucking ramen noodles, and puffs only $4. And that will definitely fill my fat butt up. So I'm going to go and walk over there. I do this again if do another one. But I would do last night. So I told you guys last night that I would do it tonight. So I wanted to at least make sure I came and hang out with you. Tomorrow and stream, but I don't want to schedule it just in case. So make sure your notifications are on, please. That way you won't miss it. Have a great night to all of you. Everybody sleep with the angels. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys are doll faces. And yeah, I will probably see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably live stream again from the park tomorrow. Peace out, Girl Scouts.